transition picked up on my 90s album. So yeah, nice to get that. I'm working on the horns right now, so let me just turn the horns up. Obviously not mixed. I'm gonna write this part still. Okay, so I've got the structure of the track laid out already. Now it's time. Hello, everybody, and now it's time to basically finish off this horn part. And then the idea I had was to include some kind of 8-bit element to it, because the reference tracks he sent me were including that sort of like gaming sound. So I'm going to make it very, very kind of cheesy and yeah, have some fun doing it. Okay, so main thing now is to just plug these gaps. The pink part is the horn section that I'm trying to write, and so let's go with that. There's a dog. Let me just turn this down a bit so it's not blaring. Cool, here we go. So it's an F, G, F, G, D. G, F, G, A. There's your cadence. And then you get the hi-hats. Okay, so I think we'll just copy paste it's an AABA format, so it's like you can just reiterate things. But for now, let me just loop this section and just come up with a part that's gonna fit the 4-bar. There we go. Yeah. Loop it. So that might work. Maybe. Let's try it again. Okay, so we're going from an F. That's an F6. Let's do low horns because they're not so featured during this B section. So. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, cool. So it's an F6 to what is that? It's a G6. F6 G6. F6 G6. Let's just keep it nice and major. And F6 G6, F6 G6 to the A7. And the A7 is actually taken care of. Okay, let me try do that in one take if I can. And we're going to do a punch in, punch out recording. So it's F6, G, F6, G, D, F6, G6, F6, G6, and then to the A section. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, don't overwrite. So there's a problem I got with Reaper is it's going to loop and overwrite. It's cool. It didn't work. Well, it worked. It didn't cause a problem. Okay, here we go. We'll kind of bring the velocity of these guys down a bit because it's blaring a bit. Looks like it's preserved the lead line in there for some reason, which I didn't want. Let's just get the chords in there, please. Okay, so this mod wheel is causing a little bit of a pitch tremolo there. Listen. Okay, cool. I'm going to use that, so I'll just record the mod wheel automation. Here we go. Okay, and that should show up if we look at it. Let's just add a lane here for mod wheel. There we go. Yeah, so if you see there, that's what I just recorded. And you can, it's sort of wobbly. Cool. So I'm stoked about that. That looks good. It sounds good. It sounds nice and cheesy. Okay, we'll use the second half of this musical statement. I'm studying coding now. I'm like learning Python, so I'm thinking of like Python jargon in terms of like Python language and music. Statement. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1. Then 2. Okay, and this is the very end of the track, so we have to focus on it. Now there's one small like harmonic change that I've made. So instead of just doing the same thing, it goes to, the bass goes to an interesting different. Bass needs to come up. Okay, that's pretty quiet. Let's. I don't think it's going to help turning everything up. I'd rather turn other stuff down. So let's just get the horns down. The horns are currently playing through here. It's just a quick little mini mix just to keep things in order. Guitar down. The kit is blaring. Here we go. Obviously the horns are coming through. I'm actually using an external synth for these horns, which is cool. Let me show you. This is my secret weapon. It's the Korg 05RW, which is an old 90s or 80s, 90s synth, a digital synth. And so I'm running the MIDI from this keyboard through my software into that synth and then outputting the audio from that synth, which means I can capture all the preset sounds that they have, and everything's like drenched in reverb and everything sounds really old. And but that's the sound that we're going for here. With this is a piece that I'm writing for a gaming channel called 2-Bit Tommy. Okay, now first thing I want to do is just actually get a compressor on here, and while we're mixing we'll just get some of the nice bassier tones out so we can hear what we're doing. Let's turn it on. Cool. What I'm doing now is just editing this. It's going to be a bit boomy. And I try not to mix bass on my headphones either, because my headphones don't have a lot of bass in them, so I end up overcompensating. Okay. Dude. Okay, so where's that melodic, that harmonic change I was talking about? That's an A7, a D7. There it is. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We'll leave it as it is. I was going to do something fancy, but I don't really have the time. 3, 2. Sounds a bit like Ghostbusters. Okay, let's get some horn stabs to end it off. Okay, nothing fancy, just literally like that. Up. Yeah, I forgot to do a pitch bend drop at the end there. Watch this. 1. I did it, trying to be too quick. Let's do it again. Re-record from here. That doesn't sound right. What I want is let's just re-record it. It's going to be like this. Okay, back. And also, it seems to have. It seems to be recording. Oops, no, I don't want to attack. cool. Group that up. First things first, I just want to change that those last 3 stabs. This can come down. Oops, no wait. There we go. Damn it. Sometimes I work so fast that it actually slows me down. Okay. If anyone can think of a quicker way to drop MIDI notes down an octave in Reaper, please tell me. Although by the time you see this video, I'm definitely going to have figured it out. It's got a little bit of a pitch bend at the end there. That's fine. Okay, cool. All right, we've got a horn patch, horn sound going now. I'm going to be looking around for gaming sounds, packs with kind of 8-bit sound in it, maybe arpeggiators, that kind of thing. Actually, that reminds me, there is let's go and grab this thing. It's called what is it? It's a reactor patch, I think. I'm going to just check it out. Let's check it out. I'm loading up a game-inspired reactor patch, which I think, what is it called? Is it in Reactor? No, it's not. It's in... What is that thing called, man? Damn it. Oh, I've got an idea. I'm going to open my patches document, which is awesome. Okay, this is one of my secret weapons. Well, it's not really a weapon yet, but I'm building it into a vast and mighty weapon. It's a Google Doc. It's got all the stuff that I use, and it's basically searchable by keywords. So if I search game, it'll find any time that I come across a patch that I like or I think is suitable or stereotypical of a certain sound, then I save it here. What I'm looking for now is come up as gamelan, which is not what I want. 8-bit, did I have that? 8-bit, no, 8-bit Raum. That's a guitar rig patch, so that's no good. Okay, so that hasn't worked at all. I haven't done a lot of 8-bit game stuff, just this sort of cheesy 90s stuff. It's called... Oh, well, let me actually look it up, seeing as we outsource our brain power to Google nowadays. It is a VST with game... It's a contact patch. There's like tons and tons of game samples and chiptune stuff. I mean, you can basically just download something, probably be quicker than finding it. What I'm actually looking for is an arpeggiator option. Okay, I'm going to just do a little bit of a basic 65. Okay, so let's just I'm literally just going to VST for free now and downloading the basic 65 little plug-in here. It looks like just a standard opera. Standard sort of VST. Let's see how it runs. Gotta get that over to there, and we can. Okay, cool. Let's get that over to there. Sweet. Now I should be able to. Nope, I should be able to. Find that. No, not. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna give us a listen while I'm thinking. See what it means. News Call. There it is. Found it. Cool. Okay, News Call is the one I was looking for. Now it obviously looks a bit like a game, like Tetris or whatever. Let's see what it sounds like. I experimented with this a little bit a while back, but I didn't really get too deep into it. And maybe we should do that now. I'm going to pin it there so it doesn't disappear. Next up, let's get an output to the pre-master so we can hear ourselves. Nothing. Okay. Oh, it runs with the track. Okay. Here we go. Not really what I had in mind, but let's see. There you can run it off and off. Okay, what we first need to do is we need to change the. I can't really see anything on this interface. My screen is like not actually computer monitor screen. It's more like a flipping TV screen. There's some cool sounds in here, it's like no doubt about it. Me, half the tempo basically. Woo! Crunchy. Cool, that's what I'm going for. But now it's gonna. Okay, so let's first find the timbre that we're looking for, and then we'll work it down from there. This is more for, I think this is more for like techno-influenced stuff. What I'm looking for is something very like kind of typical gamey stuff. Okay, so it looks like I've been like fallen into the trap of this interface being so like gamey, but it's not actually producing a lot of gamey sounds. So the next sort of thing I'd need to do is actually get a sample pack. Let me check what I'm running. Please hold. All right, that was my agent. Okay, and let's see what we can find in the samples. Actually, here's a better idea. Let's open up the sample browser. Okay, up we go. I think there's chip tunes somewhere in here. I'm just going to do it like the easy, lazy way and literally just like copy the audio samples. This isn't what I'm looking for at all, by the way, so let's get rid of it. And then this can just go straight to the pre-master, turn it off. I'm going to copy audio samples, I think 8-bit game sounds, whatever. That's not what I'm looking for. Game Boy, there we go. This is the stuff. We have hit pay dirt, ladies and gentlemen. Now, okay, we can cancel that. Now it's a matter of like, so Reaper doesn't have a very good like sample instrument. I'm sure there are like external sampler instruments or whatever. I haven't discovered a way to get around this. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up Ableton as a rewire device. And that would enable me to really like play around with Reaper quite a bit. So first things first, we've got to actually create the Ableton device by going here and then adding Ableton Live. Boom. Which will then update once that's okay. So we've got Ableton Live running, and that's important because you've got to do it first. Otherwise, when you start up Ableton, it doesn't actually register it as a patch. So what I'm going to do, I think, yeah, let's just get it going. It should run it in rewire mode now, which means I don't actually need this. I'm going to do it all in Ableton so I can play around a bit. It's kind of like a little bit of a long way around, but I'm kind of here to learn, you know, as well. Okay, good. So Ableton's now open, which means I can... Jeepers, dude, just a bit slow today, huh? Okay, now I've got those samples, Game Boy Glitch, I think it's called. There it is. LSDJ, very good, very clever. Cool. Those aren't really the ones I'm looking for. Okay, where was the folder again? It was under Glitch. That's it, Glitch, Game Boy, LSDJ. No, that wasn't it actually. It was Game. Oh, where did all those kick-ass sounds go? 8-bit it was. Okay, well, that sucks. Game Boy. I thought it was these, but it actually isn't. Okay, anyway. Sweet, so what I'm doing here is literally just working on the fly, trying to solve problems, hence the rolling up of the sleeves. What I'm going to do is get these all into a sampler instrument. In fact, recently... No, yeah, let's just get them all into a sampler instrument. This is something I do quite often, actually. I create sampler instruments and then just save them, because Ableton actually kicks the pants off Reaper when it comes to sampling and sample instruments. Okay, I've dragged all the samples into the device, and now we've got to do the housekeeping of making sure that the ranges, let's just take them all into the range from C0 to, I don't know how many they are, so I'm going to just give them 5 octaves, that should be enough. Distribute ranges equally. It's done the entire keyboard, as you do. There you are, it has actually run out of space. It's run out of space quite a bit. Okay, well then what we're going to have to do is just undo all of that, distribute ranges equally, and then we've got a long list. Next is this actually feeding into, no, I want inputs to be MIDI, launch key, actually just all MIDI inputs, channel 1. Is it going to Ableton? No, I don't think it is, and that is because Ableton is not currently running as a rewire instrument. I can test this because now this is playing, this is not, so a reboot would be required to make this particular approach work, and I don't think I'm going to do it right now. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to save this project as a 8-bit, or should I say, what is it, the name of it? Game Sounds, yeah. 8-bit Game Boy device. Cool. So all I can do now really is just revert back to the lazy approach and see what kind of sounds we got in here. I mean that's a total win for what I'm trying to achieve today. So okay, let's get that in there and take the volume down. Okay, where is the sound? Sound not coming through. Why not? Because it's just a constant pain. Life sometimes is just a constant pain. Okay, let's kill Ableton. And what we can do is just... Reaper's crashed. So... Note to self. Okay, I think I've done enough faffing for today, but I'm going to carry on with this stream some other time. What I'm busy doing is writing. I'm writing sounds it didn't work. Writing sounds for 2-Bit Tommy, which is a gaming channel, and he's commissioned me to put some new intro music into some of his videos. So, shot for you, 2-Bit Tommy, for that, and yeah, and onwards and forwards. I'm going to try and fight the good fight without also streaming at the same time. So yeah, wish me luck in that department.